and gentlemen, this is your host, Dark Messiah. This is 10 reasons why I think Cito from the Nuka World DLC in Fallout 4 is a synth. This humanoid android. Reason 1. The only other time you will run into gorillas. If you have ever played this game without the DLCs, you know that the gorillas are being processed in the Institute. Reason 2, that when you talk to Cito, he doesn't really remember his first family. And who's to say that during this time he somehow got replaced by the Institute. So that's reason number 2. He doesn't really remember much of his family. He just remembers that they're dead and that he walked, and he must have been pretty young at this point. But the Institute's not replacing children, it's making children. And I do believe that in the future, if they aren't destroyed, that you will eventually have children being replaced. So down the line, the real Cito died, but was replaced by a synth, leading into reason 3 why I believe he is also a synth. During this entire mission, hold on while I get through this. Okay. Anyways, reason 3 why I believe Cito is a synth is because how did these gorillas in the Nuka World DLC survive this long in this building without dying? They are not mutated. They have some blemishing in, as you can see, some of their faces are kind of burned up, but for the most part they're still full on gorillas with like little to no damage, like dog meat. Which brings me into 10 reasons why I think he's a synth, but that's a different video for a different time. Actually, I think dog meat's an Institute spy. Conspiracy theories, man. Reason 4 for believing that Cito is a synth is because even though he have to walk and reconcile what was going on, his family died, he was on his own, and he just walked and walked and walked. I'm placing him about maybe 5 or 6 years old, which means during that time, because when the bombs dropped in 2077, if he's 5 or 6 years old and walking, did he become a grown-ass man living with gorillas? How long has he been here? That is, like, if we can factor in actual age for him, we could do this, but we don't know how old he is. He doesn't give us any hints or anything as to how old he is now or how old he was when he walked all across the valley and tried to get to a safe place. But it makes no damn sense in that aspect when you think about that. Now, 5. Reason 5. Oh my god, I love this DLC. I love this game in general. And don't get me wrong, Bethesda's fucking awesome, but sometimes they're a bitch. This is like when you come in to play, Cito becomes a person of interest in my mind, I guess. Like when you first get to Nuka World, if this is the first place you come to, you're gonna realize that, hey, Cito was in a fight with one of these gator claws, and he was getting his ass handed to him. If he's been dealing with these gator claws for a while, then why was he getting his ass handed to him? Maybe he forgot over the course of time because of a mind wipe, which happens to Synths, thanks to the railroad, to living new life, or even to having the Institute replacing the original Cito with this Cito due to the fact that if Cito wasn't a synth, he wouldn't be able to survive something like this. But at some point, he kind of lost touch with his side of his beast side, basically his animal side, that because apparently he's been raised by these gorillas, which you only see one other time in this game. Smash. Anyways, number 6. Reason number 6 why I believe Cito is a synth. At the end of this mission, he gives you a sledgehammer. Now, it's an improved sledgehammer. It's an apocalyptic sledgehammer. It looks pretty badass. Or no, it might be a baseball bat with rockets like this one. I think it's a baseball bat, a silver baseball bat. Anyways, he calls it the shiny thing. And I'm guaranteeing no matter how young he was when he walked across the wastelands of apocalyptic America to get this far when his parents died, things don't add up, okay? A child walking across the wastelands of apocalyptic America after his family is quote unquote killed, there's just so many open doors here that so many different ways to go with this whole story, and it's just not adding up at all. Like, he's got to be a freaking synth. He can't remember his life after walking across the land, meaning he basically degressed. I think that's the word, where you go backwards in your mind and revert to a like less knowledgeable being. So basically he was smart enough to know what a baseball bat is, and then is now, for whatever reason, dumb enough not to know what a baseball bat is. So that's where that lies. Number 7, and 7, I can't get this out of my head. Like, this is the one of the ones that make the most nonsense. Like, okay, Cito, granted, he's digressed over time for whatever reason. He lives with a bunch of monkeys. Can I not get up on that? Frick. He's just absolutely forgotten who he was. Like, I don't picture him being 2 years old walking across the wastelands in a post-apocalyptic world. Like, he can't be any more than maybe 6 or 7 years old at the time that the bombs dropped, which makes no goddamn sense as to why he's a full-grown man now. So I'm going to revert back to one of my original points. Cito never actually aged. He never was able to age. Cito, the child, died. And I believe that somebody like his parents were part of the Institute pre-war and was able to get their hands on a synthetic life forms, and we're like, what would my child be like 30 years down the road? What will he look like? And so they made him, and then that synth version of this grown-ass Cito walked across the wastelands and just went here. He came here where he was found, and Cito believes he grew up from a 5-6-year-old to a 30-year-old man because he was imprinted with those memories of the kid war. Like, when he, like I said, when you're talking to him, he gives you subtle clues that are like make you stop and think, that makes no sense though. Are you sure about that? I just saved your ass, and you're gonna frickin' attack me? The hell, man. That was fun. Reason number 8 is that by the time you listen to a holotape, which I'm going to listen to here in a moment, I forget what the holotape name was already, but here it is. Reason number 8 is gonna be explained after I play this holotape, so bear with me. Okay, so this doctor guy knew Cito, I guess, some way, somehow. Because both Cito explains that during the dialogue, when you're actually talking to Cito, like I said, he'll tell you things that are a little mysterious. I'll just say mysterious. And he'll say things to you that make you stop and think. Like, okay, how did you know this ghoul who was already a ghoul here at this Nuka World at Safari Adventure? How do you know this doctor guy here? Like, Safari Adventure is a place where, like, okay, how do I explain this? This was a zoo with a theme park that this doctor worked at and for, called Nuka World. Okay, well, we all know this, but what we don't know, or some of us may actually know this, is that Nuka World, Brad Burton, he, how do I explain this in terms everybody can understand? Um, okay, reason 8, how do you know, how did you know this post-war ghoul who left behind a holotape for you or anybody that you knew about, but you didn't go get due to these monsters? Like, I'm so confused, Cito. Like, how do you know this ghoul? How do you know he's friendly? How did you assume or whatever? Why? Um, huh. Wow. It's pretty cool. He's face down in the bushes. Did you get drunk? I'm sorry. Like, it makes nothing about him not being a synth makes sense. Because synths replace people in this game. They get their lives. And the Institute downloads certain memories of this person. So they abduct this person, they take his DNA or her DNA, and they make a replication, and then they kill the original. It's completely nonsense when you absolutely think about it. Like, how could you not get away with the things you're getting away with if you're how could you get away with these things, these questions, and not be a synth? Like, I have so many questions when it comes to Cito. Like, it makes absolutely no freaking sense who the hell he is and why the frick he's here. And I have so many freaking questions about Cito, but they all get answered when I say he's a synth. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. Synths replace people, they take old school memories, and then they just were like, you know what? This is all the memories we work with, so let's throw them into the world. And he has memories of him walking, but no memories of, like, where he came from, or he was actually truly like full-blown human. And throughout this game, I've had several opportunities to turn off vital NPCs thing by using some mods. I can make it so NPCs can be killed. And I want to kill Cito, and I want to find out if he is or is not a synth. If he is not, I will load a pre-killing Cito game and be like, oh damn, after I give all 10 reasons. Now on to 9. Number 9, reason number 9, I believe he is a synth, is just due to the fact that if he wasn't an absolute 100% without a doubt synth, his life would completely make sense. If he didn't know he was a synth and we find any signs of him in a database, which I wish I could access, but I can't. I want to download a... Oops, I didn't want to do that yet, but okay. Do 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 do. Uh, 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 uh. I love beating their asses. Anyways, number 9 being the fact that if he wasn't a synth, he would need an entire backstory and everything, full detail, to make any logical sense. Number 10, finally, least biggest reason I have, other than his entire existence makes no sense, is the fact that he's the only NPC like this, where he's vital to the game's playthrough, but he's... how do I put this? He's vital to the game, be it NPC or what are they called? Just basic quest characters who are vital to the game. Now, I love this game. I love it. I love how it plays. I've beaten this game so many freaking times, but it still is fun every time. And lore, my lore friendly folks out there, Cito's entire story doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit properly, but it's still lore friendly enough thanks to Bethesda's character wording and building aspect of this game. Like, you can build your character to be evil now, or You can build your character to be with the Minutemen, or you can basically you have a choice on how you're gonna play this entire game out. And now with the Nuka World and Far Harbor DLCs and Automatron and workshops and all the DLCs that they've got right now, there is so many things to do with your character. But when you hit Far Harbor, you get asked a question by Dima, do you think you're a synth? And you even have a choice to say, I never thought about it, or I could be. Like, I don't remember much of my life. I don't know what's going on. Like, these aspects don't make sense, or whatever the case be. And you have an option to then be a grace giving, synth sympathizing level. I have gone through all the versions of the playthroughs. I've gone with the Brotherhood of Steel. I've gone with the Railroad. I've gone with the Institute. I've gone with the Minutemen. I've done all the faction builds. I've even now, thanks to the DLCs, I've gone with the Raiders. I've gone against the Raiders. I've um, taken out the Far Harbor. I've taken out Arcadia. I've taken out the Children of Adam. In each individual playthrough, I do something a lot differently. That a certain way the first time, or whatever. But no matter how many times I play this freaking game, if it's something that doesn't make sense, but is semi lore friendly, I'm kind of upset by that because, hey, it's got to make some sense, but his entire freaking life does not make sense. Cito has no life story, no full backstory. And I've played the dialogue over and over and over and over. And I'm like, no, there's no depth to this. He has no backstory, nothing to say, hey, this is who I really am through and through, which leads me to believe that he is none other than an institute replacement, and his family, being the gorillas, are synthetic gorillas. I need to remember where the Cappy symbol is here. Shenanigans. Anyways, so now I am on my way back to Cito. And as I cross through that door, it is gonna autosave. And I hate this hedge maze. Nope. Over one. Nope. Nope. I know it's not this way. But there is a eye. There. Anyhow. There it is. Found it. Okay. Come on. Did it do it? Okay. Now, we are going to test my theory now. Here we go, people. We're gonna test out a theory here. So, as soon as we enter, I'm gonna do what I need to do. And whoa. Anyways, inventory, miscellaneous, world menu, no, not here, NPC menu. Here we go, essentials, kill essential, turn it on. Companions, no kill. Okay. Let's close the menu. Close it, close it. Now, we're gonna make sure it saved coming in. It shorted. Wait. I think so. And
Cito, so how sure? I have some. Cito, trust you. Before go, thank you.
see, he gives me that, but okay, we will. I didn't see one, but I'm too busy being attacked to really pay attention. Nope, I don't see one. Well, damn. I still believe he's a stupid freaking synth. In my mind, he's a synth. His entire story does not make sense to me. It makes more sense to me being a synth. I'm sticking to my guns. I didn't find a synth component. I honestly think it might do with the fact that I haven't even done the main quest mission in this game yet. So I haven't gone after Sean. I don't know about the Institute really. The in this playthrough, I'm just basically a I don't know. I'm sticking to my guns. In this, I haven't decoded the chip or whatever.
Oh, too dangerous now. Here, thank you.
So I'm gonna kill him anyways because, yeah, I want to. I want his pants. That sounds weird, but I want his pants. Doop. Let's see. This thing. Yeah. I'm sticking to he's a synth. All right, that's all I got for y'all today. Leave in the comments down below. What do you think? Like, do you think Cito's really a synth or not? Like, peace. Think about this. His life doesn't make sense, but what if he was a synth? All right. See you later. Bye.